श्रीविभूषितकरान्नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरादरुणबिम्ब फलाधरोष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने. Welcome to the Friday scripture class, and today's scripture is Uddhava Gita. We'll be glad to know and announce that today's scripture class is being conducted by Srimad Swami Shubhavratananda Maharaj, popularly known as Anjan Maharaj. He's the head of our St. Petersburg, Russia Vedanta Society. And we are in Geneva, and it is being streamed from Geneva. So welcome you all, and welcome Swami Shubhavratananda Maharaj to conduct this class today. So now I request Maharaj to please come and do the class.
Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya Namo. Om Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Vaikavarnam Shubhangam Bimdandvatitam Gaganashdrisham Meghavarnam. Om Brahmananda Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhanagambam Vande Vishnu Bhayabhayharam Sarvalokaikanatham. My thanks to Swami Kripamayananda Maharaj, Minister in charge of Canada, Toronto. He requested me to read out and to explain this Uddhava Gita. Since you are acquainted with the sixth chapter up to number slok, number six slok, and this Uddhava Gita, that portion, number seven chapter, number 6 up to 6, already Swami Kripamayananda Maharaj had done this class. And I shall now start from 7, slok number 7. Actually, in this chapter, Sri Krishna is telling Uddhava that devotion is the very important, and the holy association is very important for love and for getting entangled with Param Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna here, what he is telling, in the last class you all have seen, those who are so-called, it is called the demons, or they are very low caste people, low caste elements, they are low caste beings. Also, even they attained the God, Sri Krishna, with their association, holy association. So all those things you have already studied here, and the nice illustrations were there. Vishaparva, Boli, Ban, Moy, Dano, Vibhishan, Sugriv, Hanuman, Bhalu, Gajo, all those animals. Though they are animals, it appears, but not at all. They are, with their past lives action, they did something good by which they have attained this. They have attained this the feet of the God Krishna. Now, number 7, I shall give the illustration. How did they achieve that Lord's feet. Te na adhita srutigana, na upasita mahottamaha, abrata tapta tapasa, matsangat mam upagataha. They attained me because though they did not study big scriptures, or they did not associate with the holy big saints, or they did not perform any vows or any asceticism, austerities, yet they attained the God by the satsanga. So, satsanga, this is the effect of the holy association. The result is this: they all, though it is observed that they are all low caste, lower category of beings, but yet they attained this godhood, the association of Krishna. केवलेन हि भावेन गोप्पो गावो नगा मृगा जे अन्ये मूढ़धीय नागा सिद्धा mam ईव अंजुषा. Though they केवलेन भावेन Bhagavan, he is available, observes the power, how, what way you are thinking, what do you think, all these things. So, keval bhav, your thought, in which direction it goes. This is the main thing. We are doing by our sense organs many things we do, but yet, our mind is engaged somewhere. Yeah, in our life, we have seen in this experience, all of us, to some extent, there is. But yet, what happens, though God sees the attitude, love towards Him. So, if it is done with love, and with love, with the deep devotion, then only they attained. So these are the illustrations. They who were there, they were the gopis. They attained God. They did not study much more books and other scriptures, or the gopi, Gavo, the cows in the Vrindavan. They are all gyanis. They are all devotees. So the big trees, the tamal vriksha, yeah, all those things, mrigaha, animals like they are all those forest animals that live. Whoever in the Vrindavan, they were all they were all the devotees of God. This is the significance. They were even the dust of Vrindavan is the embodiment of God. So nothing to be left. Ekdam. So this is the fact. So these Muradhiyo Nagaha, those, you see, the serpents, those serpents, the Kaliyadaman chapter, when we will study in other 10th chapter, 10th adhyay, 10th, this is called Skandha, there it is there. How did they, those Nagas, they were all, or the wives of the Nagas, they all achieved the God. This is very interesting. Though they are by birth as a being, or serpent-like being, but yet they were not at all serpent. This is the Leela of God, of Narayan, of Sri Krishna. Janmurtiya Siddha, Mam Iyu Anjasa. Very easily they obtained. Though we see, while Krishna was playing, standing, dancing over the head of the serpents, though Krishna was dancing, so we think that it is torture to him. Not at all. It is, though in the form of torture it looks like, but yet he is the most blessed one. And thus, those The wives of the Nagas, those who were on the bank of that pond, they were all shouting, crying, "Oh my God, he is so criminal, but yet he is so fortunate that you are dancing over his head. But we could not get this chance." So in this way, they were shouting. You will get in the other 10th Kondo, Kaliyodamon chapter. There it has been mentioned nicely. So this is the fact that Kevala Bhavana Bhagavan Bhavagrahi Janardano. He sees the bhava, what type of attitude you belong. So accordingly, he will achieve. He does not care for wealth, for name or fame or studies or explanations of the scriptures. All those things are very insignificant to the God. But he sees what type of love you belong there for me. That is why Uddhav, though he was a very devotee, another part is another part. It has been mentioned there that Uddhava, though he was a good devotee of Krishna, but he had some little ego. Due to that ego, what happened? He thought himself that I am very big devotee of Krishna. So Krishna knew it. So to encounter his devotion to Krishna, he made a tricks by which he sent him to Vrindavan. So while he was in the Mathura, he sent Uddhava to Vrindavan because those gopis, they were suffering under intense viraha, separation from the God. So the love is in one way, it is also intense attachment to the Lord, and separation, it is also in one sense, the intense, uh, it is also not to bear the viraho. It is very difficult to get rid of this type of separation. So Sri Krishna made a trick to send Uddhava to meet to gopis in the Vrindavan. When he reached there, then they said, we do not know anything else. We know our Krishna, who is our most beloved. I we Krishna is Gyani, so he is explaining. He is in everywhere, in every being. Sarvata Panipadam Tat in Gita we see. So he was telling, discussing all those things. But no, they want their own Krishna in the embodiment of Banku Bihari. This figure they want. This is the Nishtha Bhakti. We want our beloved one who for whom we are praised. We are very much intensely we are feeling his absence. We cannot. Yeah. The next line we will see. They are Bhagavatkar. The Vasudev is explaining. We will see it on the next. No young no yoge no sankhe no dano broto topo advari Vyakha swadhayo sannyasi prapnuyat jatnavan api. Though with strong effort, you know, jatnavan opi. Though after keep trying intense intense affection, intense attraction to him, Yog, Shankho means Jnana Yoga. Shankh Yoga is, we can say, the yoga means Patanjali Raj Yoga. Dano, the charity. Broto, austerity. Topo, tapas, or asceticism. Advari, yoga. Vyakha, explanation of the skill who can explain the scriptures very skillfully. Vyakha, Swadhyaya. Even the study, self-study, it is called Swadhyaya. Sannyasi, this is Maharaj. Sannyasa means enunciation, even though they were doing all these things, but yet they could not get Krishna if they do not have the love, the attraction, the intense attraction for him. So himself, Bhagavatkar, is telling in this way. Bushman.
This other thing.
Ah, well,
You finish.
huh?
You finish.
Okay.
কতক্ষণ লাগবে আর?
Just 10 minutes, perhaps I have started Maharaj. You can talk to Murari Maharaj. He is in the room.
Okay.
Huh?
Continue.
So, Ramena Sardham Mathurang Pranite Shafalkina Mai Onurakta Chitta Vigaro Bhavena Name Biyoga Tibra Adhayo Annam Dadrishu Sukhaya. When I was taken with Balaram to Mathura by Akrura, the gopis with their minds attached to me through intense love were sorely affected at by bereavement and considered nothing else but me as of interest to them. So Akrura is the chariot rider. So that Akrura, when he left for Mathura, with that incident, he is explaining here. Huh? The Vigaro Bhavena Nome Biyoga, this separation, it is so intense. The gopis, they could not tolerate it. So when this Akrura took him away to the Mathura, because they were so much painful. It is this is telling. So only Krishna is there in matter of interest, subject of interest. Else everything, even their body, their relatives, friends, they did not care. So in this way, number 10, it has been explained here in this way. So tasta kshapa preshtatamena nita moyaiva vrindavana gocharena kshanartha punarangatasan hina maya kalpa samabhuva. So even the moment, it seems to them that it is like the ages, the long, long ages. But a kalpo sama, kalpo means nearly the juga, kalpo, juga. One juga is a big time span. So while in the moment, they are feeling that a big what to say, the movement. One movement is equal to one kalpa. In this way, they were feeling, they were thinking. Actually, in our life also, we have some experience when we our very cheerful mood it comes. We enjoy and go make merry, funs, all those things. But after some time, it goes away because it is the nature with the good time it goes very quickly. Because man usually forgets other things which is his very interesting subject. So in this way it goes. Uh, when the son is studying in the home, suppose, and very intensely, seriously, he is studying. Mother is calling to him for eating something, but he does not listen because his intensity is so strong. He did not care for timings, for calling, the call of his mother, all those things. It happens in our life. We have that experience. So those in separation also it comes when something out of my reach, then to obtain it, it needs a strong, what to say, it needs a strong desire to obtain it. When it comes to my mind, then also we forget other matter of interests. In this way, it happens. So, thus, the kshapaha. Ksapa means nights. Krapa, this is the new word. Those who are the first time Bhagavat is listening, it might be to them, what is this Ksapa? This means nights. Kapa prashtotame nitaha. That prashtotama, the adjective you see, Krishna is the prashtha, the most beloved one. Right? What happened? Then Shapalka, he has taken away the Shapal, that Akrura. So they were all so much in the absence of Krishna. They are thinking of a big separation, big sufferings for them. So Kshanardha Bhatta Purangatasan Hina Maya Kalpa Sama Babhuva. Those very nights, my friend, which with me, the beloved in their midst at Brindavan, they had passed like moments, became in my absence like ages to them. So Sri Krishna is telling these things to the Uddhava. Ta navidan moi anusangabadha, anusangabadha thiya. Swam atmanam adas tatha idam yatha samadho munayo abdhitoye nadya pravishta iva nama rupe. Again, another illustration very nicely has been given. Hmm. Those gopis, they did not know they were so attached with me that they did not know the shwam of their own own relatives, friends. They did not know. They did not care. So this is the swam. Atmanam. Here Atmanam means not the Atma, the spirit, but Atmanam here it means the body. They did not even know they are within their body. So this is the fact. Man sometimes forgets his own identity when he is very much attached to his beloved one. It happens. It is our experience. Swam Atmanam Om Swam Atmanam Others Tatha Idam. This here or there means here with here means in this world, there means in the heaven, or you can say the parokal means they did not care for all those things. Yatha samadhu munayo obdhitoe. They giving a illustration. When the munis, the saints, they merge into samadhi, what happened to them? They do not care for this phenomenal world, this physical world. They totally forget this identity, even their body, mind, all those, even the thoughts, vritti, chinta vritti, even they are so much absorbed with the God, so they do not think of even their outer or mental or physical or any kinds of relations. They all forget it. The illustration is, when the various rivers merges into the ocean, then they lose their names and forms and becomes samudra, the ocean. In the same way, it is in the Katha also, Mandaka Upanishad, it has been mentioned there nicely that when with Vidwan, the man of knowledge, say what happened to him? Yatha nadya shandamana samudre astam gachanti nama rupe vihaya tatha vidwan nama rupat vimukta parat parang sangam upayati chaddam. Immediately he realizes that parat param, who beyond that nothing else, only that one is the supreme being. So he gets merged, the Vidwan, the man of knowledge, when obtained Atmajnana, then he does not make himself separate as before. The dust, like the river, it merges into the ocean. Similarly, the Vidwan, he merges into Paramatman, Parabrahman. Then, so in the Upanishad, you will see the Brahmavid apnoti param, the knower of the Brahman, he attains the Brahman. So, and he becomes Brahman himself. So, this is the Upanishad, the text, in this way it goes. And also in Bhagavata, these are all the very helpful books uh, for studying people like us, those who are associated with the physical world, or you can say this phenomenal world. So it is the fact that Sri Krishna is telling all these things to Uddhava. It is ultimate goal is let the people of the world, let them know that the relation of God and the devotee, what type it might be, what type it should be. In this way it has been said here. So Nam and Roop, this world, whatever we see, it is only Nam and Roop, Ghata. This the when we see ghata, we do not see the mritika, the clay. So when we see the ornaments, we see only the one ornaments. Not we think of it that it is gold and then this how much carat all of the gold. All those things we do not. It is an ornament. It is a it is of the ear, it is of the wrist, or it is of the neck, and this way necklace, bracelet, and the rings, earrings, all those things are name and a form. Necklace is different from the rings. So in this way, it goes on. So but the forms and the names are these are adopted. These have been given to it. Again, when the goldsmith, he will melt it and make it another ornament. He can make it another ornament. In this way, what is the reality? Reality is the gold. Reality is the clay. This clay is the like that. It is that para Brahman. He is the real being. He is the only. It is so. It is called in the Upanishad. So, Sat means existence. It only if you say what is Brahman, these three words are there. Sat, Chit, Ananda. No other things. This is his Swarupa. This is his nature. Sat, he never fly away. He never flies away or goes away. He never changes. Immutable. Does not change its form. The gold, it is if you put it under the ground or if you put it wherever you like, but yet it will remain as the gold. No, nothing change. In the same way, so name and form, these are all temporary existence, phenomenal existence. Behind that, the reality is the real existence. That is why Brahmavit, when he attains that Brahman, he becomes Brahman, he merges into the that Brahman, and thus he becomes Brahman. In this way, it has been said. Matkama Ramanang Jar Sarupa Vido Avolaha Brahmamang Paramang Prapu Sanga Shato Sahasrasaha. Not knowing my real nature, the gopis, who were ignorant women, desired me as their beloved sweetheart. Yet they attained me, the supreme Brahman, by hundreds and thousands through the power of holy association. This is the power of holy association. Why? Because see, Krishna, he has two aspects. One is the son of Vasudeva, another is he is Param Brahman, Supreme Brahman. So when the gopis they are having the relation with Krishna, they are thinking that he is our friend, philosopher, guide, guru, Bhagavan, everything. So due to that, they did not know that Krishna is another form is there, that Brahma. So that Paramang Brahma, mm, they were not aware of the existence of that aspect of the Krishna. So because they are simple, very ignorant women, they how do they know? They know only the another aspect of Krishna as their beloved sweetheart. So they yet they attained me, the supreme Brahman. When they got the supreme aspect, then they merged into Krishna. They did not know even their body, mind, relatives, friends. Oh, they have left it. They have rejected it. Thus, so Sri Krishna is telling Uddhava, Tasmatam Uddhavo Utsrijya Chodanang Pratichodanang Prabrittam cha Nibrittam cha Srotabhang Srutam eva cha Mamekam eva sharanam atmanam sarvadehinam yahi sarvatma bhavena mayasya hi akuto bhaya. Fine, nice, important role. Therefore, the resolution of Krishna. Therefore, O Uddhava, therefore, giving up injunctions and prohibitions, all those things. Because this world is a relative world. Likings, disliking. Do, don'ts, do it, don't do it. I like it, I don't like it. This type of relation, this world. So, chodana pratichodana. This is the fact in the injunctions and prohibitions. So, the path of enjoyment and renunciation also, pravritti and nivritti. This is the worldly affairs. This is not the supreme affairs. It is in the supreme there is no relation. There is only one, only it exists, only it belongs, nothing else. So then there is nobody to say what is there, who will say to whom. About what you will say. Because when we speak something, it means there is a speaker who is speaking about an object to, and also there is a listener who is listening. But in that stage, no bhakta, no srota. There is neither a speaker nor a listener. All merge into the Paramatman, Parabrahman. So it is said in this way. Things learnt and yet to be learnt, do thou wholeheartedly take refuge in me alone. So, Sri Krishna is telling to take the supreme refuge in him, and thus the self of all beings. And now another aspect of Krishna. He is Antarjami. He is living in all beings in the form of Antarjami. So, if when he is in every being and becoming an Antarjami, if he realizes this aspect of Krishna, then he will become fearless. He becomes fearless. No, because whom to fear? How to fear? When there is two, Dvaitat Bhayam in the Chandra Panchadi doesn't say. Dvaitat Bhayam. Where there are two, there is a fear. But where there is one, whom to fear, who to fear. There is everything finished. So this is the supreme achievement when a devotee achieves Krishna or attains to that position, then he becomes fearless. Fear, human being always afraid of death. The pickpocketers, the other means of fear, what we see, tigers, the dacoits, bandits, this is not the object of fear. Fear it is, the main object is death. This death, everybody we fear about death. So Mrityunjoy, when he attains that supreme goal, then he becomes Mrityunjoy, means he overcomes the death. Yeah? In this way, it has been said. After listening all these things, Uddhav is now again asking him about his doubt. Sanshaya sinnato vacham tavo yogeshwaraswara no nivartate atmastho jena brahmati me manaha. Uddhav said, O Lord of the masters of yoga, though I am listening to thy words, the doubts that are in my mind are not dispelled, and hence my mind is wandering. So, mm, Uddhava again, the doubts appeared in his mind, that though he is telling, mm, mm, and I am looking at the camera, but I do not see the timings. So the doubts, again, Uddhav, he has got some doubts, so he is asking about his doubts, and God will explain those how to remove those doubts, and thus Bhagavan again, number 17, he has started. So now I congratulate you all. ঘড়িটা রাখুন না এখানে स एष जीवो विवर श्री भगवान उवाच स एष जीवो विवर प्रसूति प्राणेन घोषेण गुहं प्रविष्ट मनोमयं सूक्ष्मम् उपेत्य रूपं मात्रा स्वरो वर्णो इति स्तविष्ट. What does it mean? It means that it means when we see the sthula object, gross object, then we know this is that. This is the ghata, this is the pata, this is Rama, this is Shyama, all those things we can realize. So this is the fact is this, that when it comes within our physical sense organs, then we know this is that. But before that, this behind the physical form, there is also subtle forms. These subtle forms you have to understand in this way. Sthula, Sukshma, Karana. And above, beyond these three stages, also something is there. It is called Turiya. So Bhagavan is telling that Sa Esha Jiva, that Paramatman, that Parabrahman, who who is in every being as an antarjami, he is in the form of Jiva, he is living in this Vivara. Vivara means the whole. The whole is this Panchabhuta whole. Panchabhut, this body, it is the constituent of five elements. So in this Vivara, the Jiva he lives, Pasuti. Now, how do we know that he is living here? It is said nicely, Pranena, Ghoshena, Guhang Pravishta. Pranena. Because when we breathe, we feel that yes, I am alive. Otherwise, in Ghoshena. When he is speaking, this is the Ghosha. When I utter something, hey Rama, what are you doing? These are the sound. It proves that it is an alive being. Guhang Pravishta. So that Jiva in this Guha cave, like this, is comparing, like he, that's Parabrahman, he has entered into the cave of human being. Pravishta. Monomayang Sukshmam Upaitya Rupam, another form. Monomayang Rupam. The gross form it is gone. Then monomaya rupa means shukshma. But it is mono buddhi. Those who have listened, I think you have all. Hmm. We have you know what is monomai kosh, what is Vijnanamaya kosh, what is pranamaya, all those things you know. So monomayang rupang sukshma mupetya, that subtle form in the form of mental body, matra swaro varno iti sthavishta. It comes in the form of matra means the it's called longer or shorter. When we say Hey Ram, this is the long term. Matra. Swar, sound. The Varno, this is the O, A, ityadi, etc. These are all, as it were, that gross form of that Paramatman, Parabrahman. It is coming through our form, mental, from mental to the prana means life, breathing. And then again, another form is sound. It means he is alive, he is there. So these types of thoughts, it comes. There is a those who are interested, Kripamayananda Maharaj will tell you later on. It is a big topics philosophically. So how the words it forms and how it comes out, pora, pashanti, vak, vaikhari, So the pora, when it comes to the navel zone, we do not know it. Even when it comes to the heart zone, we do not know it. When it comes to the this guttural zone, even that I do not know it. And when it comes to the tongue, then and the lip, then we know it. Yes, it is there. I am asking somebody this, that, etc., etc. But it is coming from the navel zone. It is called Para Pashanti Vakvaikari. It's a big science, Raj Yoga, Vedanta, or these things they have discussed. You will know it later on. I am not going in that way. I am just telling that for Brahman, he lives within every being in the form of Chetana, consciousness, and he is showing his alertness in various ways, sound, and then matra, swaro, varno, all those things. So this Paramatman, which manifests itself in the centers of the spinal column, has entered the Muladhara center with the prana, coupled with the subtlest form of sound, and passing through less subtle forms perceptible to the mind only, is ultimately manifest in the grossest form of syllable, pitch, and later sound. All those things it has come into existence. In this way, then we see the next illustration. Hmm. Jatha anala khe anila bandhu ushma বলেন দারুণী অধি মধ্যমান অনু প্রজাত হবিষা সমিদ্ধতে তথৈব মে bhakti yang ivani. It's a beautiful illustration. When a spark, though which is very minute form, we sometimes not care it, we do not see it. Our sense organs sometimes misses it. So this spark of the fire, then when it gets its association with the onila, with the with this inflammable objects like ghee and other things like very fine cotton, all those things, then slowly, slowly it takes bigger form. Then we can see because it is within our eyes. Our eyes is able to see the things. But so what happened? If fire is within the wood, but we did not see it. When we rub it, put some ghee and the very flammable object like cotton, etc., then it gets inflamed and takes the bigger form. So here it is said in this way: Anala Khe Akashe, in the sky, Anila Bandhu. Fire's friend is fire's friend is this wind. So it gets in friend and bigger form. It takes bigger form. Ushma bolena daruni otimattamana, when they manthan, they do it, friction. The big friction when the two wood or Uttararani, Adhararani. The lower portion of the wood, it is called Adhararani. Arani means the Jagga Kashta. In the earlier days, when people used to perform Jagya, in those days, it happened in that way, that they will not put fire from other objects. From the original source, they bring it. We have seen also very much sometimes some special havans they perform, and thus they do not take fire from the lamps or other matchsticks. They put fire in that way. This is interesting if you get the chance to see that how to the fire they produce for the yajna. You can see from that. So it is called Onu Prajato Habisha Samidhati Tataiva me Vyakti Riyang Hibani. So fire, the spark of the fire, when it takes the form of bee, we see. In the same way, the sound, when it is coming out from our Pradhara, we do not see it. When it comes out from our tongue and lip, then only we can see. This Mukhamandal, this area, zone of our mouth, there are 8, 9 places. By touching those places, various sounds are coming. You all have studied it in the 7, 8 standard Bengali grammar, how the sound produces and how it comes in the outside. Evam Gadi. Then we shall study our next sloka if we get chance. But I am not much habituated to speak in this way. So please excuse me. I pray to Ramakrishna, Bharata Devi, and Vivekananda to bless you all, and you have your patience, you increase your patience, love for God, love for the higher spirit, love for the truth. Let it increase and increase, and get be fearless, and get that fearlessness. This is the goal of our all sadhana. So we are trying, we have we have we are trying to go ahead of this object to attain. Thank you all. और ओम शांति शांति शांति. जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय. जय महामाई की जय. जय स्वामी जी महाराज जी की जय. जय गंगा माई की जय. আমাদের এই বন্ধ হইল.
Our pranams to Srimad Swami Shubhavratananda Maharaj for giving his time and a wonderful explanation of the Uddhava Gita. Today we have as being streamed from the Center Vedantic Geneva in Switzerland. This is the shrine, holy shrine of the ashram, which is where the prayer is done every morning and evening. By Swami Amaranandaji Maharaj, who is the head of the center. As I told you, Swami Shubhavratananda is the head of the Vedanta Society of St. Petersburg, Russia. And so I have offered my gratitude to Revered Maharaj, and thank you all for attending today's class. Next Friday, we'll have again the class online, because next Friday is the day just after Kali Puja. And I'm going to be again out of station, out of Toronto. I have to go to some other place for some other duty. So next class also would be the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna will be online only. And now the closing chants that we do regularly at Toronto Center, that closing chants we'll do, and today's we'll make today's class, completed today's class, concluded today's class. So closing chant. Om Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Good night to everyone.